Did you know that as we cross the threshold of 60, our bodies begin to lose muscle mass at an alarming rate of up to 3% every single year? By the time we reach 2026, with the average weekly grocery bill in the U.S. climbing to $270, many of us feel trapped between the rising cost of living and the fear of losing our independence. It is a chilling reality to realize that the legs which once carried us through decades of life are now becoming heavy, stiff, and unreliable. But across the ocean on the island of Okinawa, 90-year-olds are still climbing hills and tending to their gardens with a strength that defies their age. Today, I want to share their secrets with you, 10 affordable high-protein foods that can help you reclaim your strength without breaking your bank account. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from and what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading them. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. To understand how to fix our legs, we must first understand the silent thief known as sarcopenia, which is the age-related loss of muscle tissue. In our modern American lifestyle, we often view food as just fuel or pleasure, but in Japan there is a profound concept called Ishoku Dogen, which teaches us that medicine and food share the same root. When we neglect our protein intake, our body literally starts to consume its own muscle to keep other vital organs running. This is why you might feel that sudden cramp at night or the trembling in your knees when you stand up from a chair. It isn't just getting old. It is your foundation slowly crumbling because it lacks the building blocks it needs to stay firm. The Okinawans have a different approach to aging, one that is deeply rooted in shokuiku, or food education. They don't wait for the pain to start. They nourish their muscles daily through simple, unpretentious ingredients. Think of your leg muscles as the pillars of a traditional Japanese house. If the wood is weak, the whole structure leans. For many seniors in the U.S., earning the average weekly wage of $1,214, the struggle is finding a balance between health and budget. The good news is that the strongest muscles aren't built with expensive supplements, but with the wisdom of choosing the right proteins that are already sitting in your local grocery store. By understanding how the Okinawans combine these humble foods, we can begin to rebuild our own pillars, one meal at a time, ensuring that our golden years are spent walking with confidence rather than sitting in hesitation. In the year 2026, many of us feel the weight of every dollar spent at the supermarket. We often assume that to build muscle and stay strong, we need expensive organic steaks or high-end protein shakes. However, the Okinawan people have proven for centuries that the most powerful proteins are often the most humble and affordable ones. They live by the wisdom that our bodies are like a garden. You don't need the most expensive fertilizer to grow a sturdy tree. You just need the right nutrients consistently. At the heart of their diet is the concept of high-quality lean protein that is easy for an aging digestive system to process. By choosing these smart proteins, an older adult in the U.S. can effectively combat muscle wasting while spending only a small fraction of their weekly budget. Let's start our journey with a true champion of the pantry, the humble kidney bean. In 2026, while other prices soar, kidney beans remain incredibly economical, costing only about 90 cents to $1.50 per can. The Okinawans often refer to beans as meat of the field because they provide a magnificent source of plant-based protein and fiber. For those of us over 60, the fiber is just as vital as the protein because it helps regulate blood sugar and lowers cholesterol, protecting our overall health without any extra cost. When these beans are simmered until they are tender and soft, they become a perfect meal for those who might find harder foods difficult to chew. I often suggest substituting a portion of ground beef in stews with kidney beans. It's a simple trick to save money while giving your leg muscles the fuel they need to prevent that dreaded shrinking feeling. Moving from the fields to the dairy aisle, we find another hidden gem: cottage cheese. In the US today, this is widely recognized as a much cheaper alternative to Greek yogurt, yet it is packed with high-quality protein and the calcium necessary for strong bones. What makes cottage cheese special for seniors is its soft, creamy texture, making it incredibly safe and easy to swallow even if you have dental concerns. Imagine replacing your heavy mayonnaise in a tuna salad with a few scoops of cottage cheese. You are not just cutting fat, you are feeding your cartilage and joints the nutrients they crave to keep you moving fluidly. It's a small, gentle shift in your daily routine that pays huge dividends in how your knees feel when you walk down the stairs. If the earth gives us strength through beans, the cool waters of the ocean offer us a shield of protection. Mackerel is a staple in the Okinawan diet, famous for being a fatty fish that is exceptionally rich in omega-3 fatty acids. For those of us experiencing persistent joint pain or muscle stiffness, omega-3s act like a natural, powerful anti-inflammatory shield. They protect our muscle fibers and joint cartilage from the constant wear and tear of aging, ensuring our legs remain supple and resilient. Whether you enjoy it fresh or from a convenient can, mackerel is a heart-healthy choice that also safeguards your brain, allowing you to stay sharp as you stay active. Alongside the mackerel, we must talk about the incredible value of herring. Similar to sardines, herring is a small sea fish that offers a massive amount of lean protein and omega-3s at a very low cost. In fact, in the US in 2026, a can of herring costs only about $1.50 to $3.50, which means it only takes about 3 to 5 minutes of work for the average person to afford this powerhouse of nutrition. Consuming herring is like sending a direct signal to your body to stop the inflammation that causes muscle wasting or sarcopenia. It acts as a guardian for the structure of your lower limbs, keeping you steady on your feet. When shopping, I recommend looking for the low-sodium versions to keep your blood pressure in a healthy range, ensuring that your journey to stronger legs is also a journey toward a healthier heart. While these treasures from the sea build our internal shields, the Okinawans also have unique ways of using land-based nutrients that many in the West often overlook. Moving away from the waves and back to the rolling hills of the Okinawan countryside, we encounter a dish that truly reflects the island's spirit of resourcefulness. The Okinawans believe in a beautiful principle of not wasting any part of the animal, and this is where we find a unique delicacy called Mimiga, or thinly sliced pig ears. While it might sound unusual to some, these thin strips are boiled or steamed to create a wonderfully crunchy and slightly chewy texture. More importantly, for those of us over 60, Mimiga is an extraordinary natural source of protein and collagen. This collagen is like the oil for your car's engine. It supports the regeneration of joint cartilage and connective tissues, allowing your leg joints to move more smoothly and flexibly as you go about your day. In the US, in 2026, pig ears are often found at very low prices in local markets because they are considered offal, yet they provide the very building blocks our knees and ankles need to stay young. You can enjoy them just like the locals do, tossed in a light vinegar dressing, or served with a savory peanut sauce as a refreshing appetizer that feeds your strength. While Mimiga provides the flexibility, our muscles also need the raw power that only certain cuts of meat can provide. This brings us to lean beef, specifically cuts like sirloin or round steak, which contain very low levels of saturated fat. For a senior living in America today, lean beef is like a high-performance machine for building quality muscle. It is packed with iron and vitamin B12, which are essential for creating myoglobin, a special protein that carries oxygen directly to your muscle cells. When your leg muscles have enough oxygen, you feel more energetic and less prone to the muscle shrinking or cramps that can make walking difficult. In early 2026, even with inflation, lean beef remains an accessible luxury. At an average price of $8.34 per pound, it costs less than 1% of the average weekly wage for each pound. By choosing lean ground beef to replace fattier processed meats, you are making a conscious, affordable investment in the endurance of your legs. To keep our energy flowing, we must also look at the clever ways the Japanese combine ingredients to double their benefits. Take the humble squid, for instance. Squid is a common and affordable seafood in Asian markets across the United States, known for its unique chewy and crispy texture. It is exceptionally high in lean protein and vital minerals that help replenish the body's nutrients. What makes it truly special in the Okinawan kitchen is how it is often paired with fermented foods. A classic tradition is to finely slice raw or boiled squid and mix it with natto, which are fermented soybeans. This simple combination isn't just about flavor, it's a scientific masterpiece that doubles your protein intake and adds healthy enzymes to your gut. When you eat these combined proteins, you are supporting your body's ability to repair itself after a long walk or a day spent in the garden. For many Okinawans, this practice of mixing sea and land proteins is a daily ritual of gratitude for their health. Even if you aren't a fan of natto, simply incorporating squid into a warm miso soup provides a soft, easy-to-digest meal that strengthens your muscles while soothing your stomach. This approach perfectly captures the essence of shokuiku, where every bite is a step toward a more vibrant and independent life. It shows us that regaining the strength in our legs doesn't require complex recipes, but rather a thoughtful blend of the simple ingredients that the earth and sea provide so generously. As we have seen, the most effective tools for our health are often the ones hiding in plain sight. But sometimes it is okay to treat ourselves to the finest gifts of the ocean, especially when they offer such profound benefits for our aging frames. As we look toward the final treasures from the Okinawan Sea, we find the grouper, or what the locals affectionately call mibai. In the United States of 2026, fresh grouper is considered a more premium choice, often priced between $15 and $25 per pound. While it may be a bit more expensive than our everyday beans or canned fish, it is a wonderful special occasion food that rewards your body with incredibly high-quality lean protein. The meat of the grouper is white juicy and has a very mild sweet flavor that is exceptionally easy for the digestive systems of older adults to process. Whether you enjoy it in a warm Japanese-style nabe hot pot or a gentle soup, this fish helps diversify your protein sources, ensuring your muscles receive a wide range of nutrients to stay strong and resilient. It is a beautiful way to honor your body's hard work, reminding us that eating well is both a science and a celebration of life. Alongside the grouper, we must mention the Japanese tiger prawns, known for being incredibly sweet and soft. These prawns are famous in Okinawa, especially those from the deep-sea farms of Kume Island. For those of us over 60, these prawns offer a double benefit. The meat is rich in taurine, which helps lower cholesterol, while the soft shells are a magnificent source of calcium. This calcium plays a vital role in strengthening the very structure of your bones and joints. Even though they are priced as a premium item at around $15 to $25 per pound in 2026, they are still within reach for a special meal that supports your vitality. You might enjoy them as fresh sashimi to taste their pure sweetness, or lightly fried to bring out their deep flavor. By including these occasional treats, you are not just feeding your legs. You are nurturing a sense of joy and gratitude that is essential for a long and healthy life. Now that we have explored these nutritional treasures, you might be wondering how to balance these choices with your monthly budget. In 2026, the average American worker earns about $1,214 a week, while a typical household spends roughly $270 on groceries during that same period. Most of the foods we have discussed today are remarkably economical, allowing you to rebuild your leg muscles without any financial stress. For instance, kidney beans and canned fish like herring or mackerel are what I call the super cheap group. A single can of nutrient-dense herring, costing between $1.50 and $3.50, takes only about 3 to 5 minutes of work for the average person to afford. By choosing these humble canned goods, which are less than 1% of your weekly income, you are providing your body with a massive shield of protein and omega-3s to fight off the inflammation that leads to muscle wasting. Bringing these Okinawan secrets into an American kitchen is easier than you think if we follow the Japanese principle of shokuiku, or mindful eating. Even our medium-cost items like lean beef at around $8.34 per pound still account for less than 1% of the average weekly wage per unit. To make these work for you, think of simple swaps. Instead of using heavy, expensive mayonnaise in your tuna or egg salads, try using cottage cheese. It is a much cheaper alternative to Greek yogurt and offers the calcium your bones need to stay strong. When using canned kidney beans, a quick tip from the Okinawan elders is to rinse them thoroughly to cut down on excess salt, which protects your blood pressure while keeping your muscles fed with high-quality plant protein. In Japan, there is a saying that a meal is a small medicine, and in the American context of 2026, this has never been truer. You do not need to buy expensive specialized health foods to regain the independence of your legs. By focusing on cheap but protein-rich staples like sardines, herring, and beans, a senior in the U.S. can effectively rebuild their strength on a fraction of their weekly grocery budget. It is about making smart choices, such as looking for low-sodium, canned fish to guard your heart while you strengthen your stride. Every time you choose these simple traditional proteins over processed snacks, you are choosing to walk further, stand taller, and live longer, just like the centenarians of the East. In the end, reclaiming the strength in your legs is not about expensive medications or complicated routines. It is about the quiet wisdom of Ishoku Dogen, understanding that every meal is an opportunity to heal and rebuild. By choosing these 10 affordable high-protein foods, you are making the smartest investment possible for your future freedom. I hope these stories and secrets from Okinawa bring a new sense of hope to your kitchen and your life. Thank you for walking this path with me today. Please note, health-related information on YouTube is not a substitute for professional medical advice and does not apply to everyone. If you have health concerns, please consult a doctor or hospital. If you believe you are experiencing a medical emergency, contact your doctor or local emergency services immediately.